Okay, so I should probably introduce myself for those who don't know who I am. Hi, my name is Xander, and I'm hoping to create the next big fictional universe. So, for some background information, I got into this whole thing with a video game addiction. My cousin at this time was gaming with me, but not as much over time because he wanted to make video games rather than play them. I decided to help him and generate ideas and act like a creative director because he's not the best at being creative, and that's where I came in. Over time, our visions didn't align, and due to the lack of commitment and frustration, we decided to split ways. At this time, I already had the background story for the game, but because I had no experience in video game development and I lacked focus on learning how to do it, I decided to make my own thing and hopefully meet him on the other side of the walls of success. Second part will be out tomorrow because I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. This is the second part of my story. So I decided to continue working on the storyline and involving a few of my closest friends to be a part of it. I've been playing a lot less video games since then, and in the last 6 months, I've just been on the grind to make this universe. When focusing on what I need to do is a struggle, I take short breaks and then I go back to work. I told myself before I even started this project that it wasn't going to be easy, but that didn't stop me from pursuing what I'm most passionate about. This is the second half of the second part of my story. And being a visual learner when doing this is such a gift to my creativity, and from the looks of what I have already, I'm performing someone my age would not even think about doing. But that won't stop me. Being different from everyone else is such a superpower in my books. Third part will be out tomorrow. Ask questions and I'll happily answer them. This is the third part of my story. This universe has been in development for about 4 years now. But I've only began taking it really seriously in the last 6 months, and I think in that time period I've made the most progress. I've sent drafts of the storyline out to some people already, including 2 published authors, and everyone was amazed by my work and encouraged me to keep going with it. I've had no negative feedback so far from anybody that's read it. This is the second half of the third part of my story. I really don't want to mess this storyline up, but with infinite possibilities, it's more challenging than I ever could have imagined, but also makes it more interesting. But in the end, I know it'll all be worth it because I'm mainly doing it for fun and passion, but in reality, I can't make this happen without money. I'm not asking for anyone to give me any money, I'm just wanting to have support and hopefully grow a fan base for the first launch of the book. This is part 4 of my story. I've never felt so driven towards something so much in my life. But my gut tells me the entertainment industry is where I belong. And I hope to prove to the world I'm worthy enough, even for how young I am, to be a trusted writer and a creative entrepreneur for millions of kids, teenagers, and adults to look forward to reading or seeing my content on the big screen one day. Also, here's something I didn't mention yet. This project was originally supposed to be turned into a video game. Don't worry, it's still happening. But as an entrepreneur, I need to ease into this industry and play my cards right, and releasing the book first is the most budget-friendly and least risky way to gain traction towards a one-of-a-kind fictional universe. Welcome to part 5 of my story. I've always loved watching movies and playing video games, and Marvel was a big inspiration of why I'm doing this. I've watched Marvel movies ever since I can remember, and it seems as if my favorite franchise is going down the gutter ever since Endgame, with only a few movies that stuck out to me as enjoyable. Hopefully the work that I'm doing will put a major positive impact on the people that love watching movies and TV shows as much as I do. The genres that I'm looking to go forward with in the development of the storyline are fantasy, action, comedy, science fiction, futuristic, and some drama. I'm hoping to make this universe a 14A one since there needs to be moderate swearing and good action scenes, as well as I need to target teenagers and adults the most. And the reason being for that is because the storyline is educational to the point of it being dangerously close to a non-fiction future in which we all may live through. The sentence is a huge hint as to where I'm going with the storyline, if you get my drift. I will soon be showing movie references towards where I'm trying to go with this storyline, hopefully by the end of my story, which I think this is the last part, and if I need to say more, I'll make however many parts I need. I will have convinced you that watching my content is worth it and hopefully inspires millions to go after their dreams no matter how hard it is to achieve. Also, I wanted to mention, I've invited a few friends into the making of this fictional universe, and I wouldn't have invited them into it if I didn't know if it was going to be successful or not. I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing I screwed up their future for my own thing. But thankfully, they trust me enough, and with the views I've been getting on these vlogs compared to my other content is like 10x the amount. So I'm pretty sure you're curious to what I have to offer, and I feel honored that you guys are tagging along on this wonderful journey to change the entertainment industry for the better. Hopefully you guys can take me seriously enough to trust me into going through with the project this big, and I'll make sure to not disappoint. Also, if you guys didn't know, this is all scripted. It is legit though. I'm actually creating a fictional universe, and I'm trying to create a fan base before anything releases. I've been working on it for 4 years, like I said. But every time I look into a camera and talk, it's just like I'm having a damn stroke. Like, I cannot talk fluently while looking into a camera. It sucks. So, yeah, that's why it's all scripted, but I'm working towards getting to the point where I can talk fluently on camera.